Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm in the LMS Tactical kitchen, and I'm going to, in a little bit of a departure from all of the politics and negativity, I'm going to give you guys a secret recipe that you can use, and you'll thank me later. I'm going to show you guys how to create my top secret tactical barbecue sauce. Now, the reason I call it tactical barbecue sauce is because anything with the word tactical in it sounds cool. So I'm wearing my tactical shoes with my tactical pants, my tactical belt. I got my tactical camera all set up here. I got my tactical GoPro here for the close ins and the mobile shots. And we're going to make tactical barbecue sauce. And if you do it right, you'll be sitting on your tactical toilet thinking of a way to tactically take me out. But no, this is good stuff. And don't let it scare you when you see the ingredients. Just give it a chance. Try it out. And you could put this on dog shit and you'd be thanking me for it. It's so awesome. So anyways, without further ado, let's get going. I'm going to start off by telling you what you're going to need. So get a pad and a pencil. Or a pen if that's your preference. Okay, here's what you're going to need. Now, it's tactical barbecue sauce, so you want to have the tools that you're going to need to stay tactical should shit go sideways in the middle of your cooking. So you're going to want to have Worcester sauce. Very hard to pronounce, but you need it. I use fresh garlic cloves. You don't have to. You can buy the jar of cloves that you unscrew and they're already squished and minced and chopped. You know what I'm talking about. Those work fine. I like to use Tabasco because it's traditional. Use Tabasco hot sauce. Cayenne pepper. It's important. Don't let it scare you. I like dark brown sugar. I like things dark, like my men. But all I have is light brown, so I'm going to go with that. Brown sugar, whatever you got is going to work. Coarse black pepper. Now you can tell by looking at this grinder that it hasn't been used since 1963. But I dug it out of the attic, and hopefully it works. I like Heinz ketchup because I'm not sure if they make another brand, but what the hell. Okay. Grandma's gold standard original molasses. Does it have to be this brand? No, but look at her, she's hot, so that's what I recommend. Measuring cup, let's see, I think that's it. Lemons. I probably only need 2, but I like to have more than I need because I'm going to make a larger batch probably. I kind of wing it as I go. I have a measuring cup, but when I make it on my own, I don't measure things, but because I'm trying to show you guys how to do it, I'll probably go ahead and measure things. But at any rate, let's get this road on the show. Okay, so basically you could probably use maybe 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. I believe garlic, you can't have too much. I just love it. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cloves. That's probably too much, but like I said, I love it. It's healthy. And so I've already peeled these, and I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that we can mince them, because you want to have minced garlic cloves. If you don't have the already minced in the jar, which, like I said, that's good enough too, but some people prefer fresh garlic, and that's all I have. So let's do this. So I'll show you a couple different ways to do this. You know, there's more complicated ways and there's probably easier ways, but what I like to do is you cut off the tips of each clove. So I'll just do this first one here. Okay. And then what you can do is, now like I said, I've already peeled these, but you can basically cut, I didn't mean to go all the way through, kind of score almost all the way through the length of the clove here. Then what you do is, come on, get in there, you little bastard. Then you just basically turn the whole kit and caboodle around, just like cutting onions. Okay, and remember, the idea behind mincing is you want to get them nice and small. So that, well, that didn't really work out, but you get the idea. The next way I show you is going to be a little bit more prudent. Is that the right word? Prudent? Okay. So basically what you do then is you get your little pile. You want a bigger pile, but I'm doing this one at a time here. And actually, let me get a bigger knife here. Stand by. So basically, once you get them cut up small, and it's easier if you have a bigger pile, but basically, let me bring this to the edge here, because is that even an end camera? And you basically just want to rock, just get a rhythm, and rock your blade onto your sliced garlic. Just keep doing that. The bigger the pile, the easier it is. I'm doing it one clove at a time here because I was going to try and show you my cool way of pre-slicing them, which that didn't really turn out too good, did it? And you know, it's garlic, so as far as I'm concerned, it can't really be too thick. All right. So there's one way to do it. Let's move that off to the side. Now here's the other way to do it. All right. You cut the ends off. Cut your ends. Oops, there's a little bit of a pill. That's going to happen. The pills they're tricky little bastards. When they show up, you just edit it out of the film so nobody knows. And if there's more pills on there, this is actually a good way to get them off. All right, so you take the flat part of your knife, and bam, look at that. Okay, squish that bad boy, probably a little bit too hard. And let's do it again. And there's probably going to be a pill on this one too. Feels like it. It's hard to get them off because they're kind of stealthy little bastards. You don't have to hit it that hard either. I scared Charlie. Do it if you don't, do it both sides, and you should be good to go. Okay, and you want to just pile them on up. Remember, I said the bigger the pile, the easier it is to deal with it. So get rid of those ends there. Squish that bad boy. Flip it over if I can. You know, things work a lot better when you're not trying to make a video. Trust me on that. Okay, and the end off of this bad boy. The higher up you go on the knife, the better off you'll be. Now that's a better way to do it because it actually helps when it sticks to the blade. And where the hell did that come from? And one more. Okay. Nice. Okay, so you just basically want to get it squished up. It allows it to breathe. Okay, oops, that's an end. I don't want that down there. Get them into your pile, and then you're going to want to do the rocking, man. You're going to want to do the rocking motion, and it's hard for me because, believe it or not, this sounds like an excuse, but I'm too tall. So some of you know I have a back injury, and a neck injury, and a leg injury, and a knee injury. I've got every injury known to mankind. So, but the normal kitchen countertops are too low for me. And anybody that's tall, like I am, what am I, 6? How tall am I? I've been lying so many years, I don't know. I'm either 6'2.5" or 6'4". Can't remember. Too many surgeries. But the counters are just at the height where I got to bend my back a little bit, and it really hurts and it's awkward. So that's my excuse. And you just basically do this. So if you're a Chinese humpback dwarf, this will be a lot easier on you. Charlie literally just passed out. He's been smoking the ganja. He's a ganja dog. You know, you don't have to go crazy. So, I mean, look at this nice little pile of minced. It didn't go as smooth as I would have liked to have gone, you know, since I'm making a video. This is LMS Tactical, and I don't bullshit you guys. I mean, what you see is what you get. How many times do I tell you I'm going to edit something out and I don't edit it out? Because, you know, life's not a Hollywood set, you know what I mean? Sometimes we go to mince garlic in front of people, and we screw it up. Now we can either commit suicide, or we can drive on, and I choose to drive on. So there you go. That's good enough for me. If you want it more minced, then screw you. No, I mean, just go ahead and just keep on mincing it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, typically when somebody's making a YouTube video, they're going to want to put these things into a nice little glass bowl. But I am a huge fan of the paper plate because less dishes. You know what I mean? And I'm one of these guys that I don't leave a mess for the missus. I do all my own dishes. So if I can take shortcuts like paper plates, I'm all over it. So I highly recommend the paper plate, even though they're not really paper anymore, are they? This is more like styrofoam. So yeah, there you go. And I see I got an end in there. It's not the end of the world. See what I did there? You just pick it out, man. And if you got a little bit of a, you know, a skin in there, you just take it out too. It's okay, man. Just stay flexible. Don't panic. This is all going to work. That is 2 cups of ketchup. Now, like I said, I don't normally measure these things, but I'm trying to give you guys an idea of how to do this. So I'm measuring now, and it's a little bit complicated, and I don't want to overcomplicate this, but understand that I'm making a bigger batch than I normally make. So if you're making a smaller batch, cut everything in half. I'm going to use 4 cups of ketchup. This is 2, and I'm going to do 2 of these because I like to make a whole ton of it and keep it for the summer. I mean, it's great on chicken. It's awesome on ribs, which is what I'm going to use it for tomorrow when I try my new electric smoker. It's just, like I said, you could put this on anything. And you know, roadkill, whatever you find, and you're gonna love this. So ketchup is the base, obviously, and yeah, if you don't want to make a lot to start out with, cut everything I'm doing in half. So you should be taking notes. This is 2 cups. This is what you're going to use if you're doing a smaller batch. I'm going to double this. Okay, so that's 2 cups, and here comes 2 more cups. And so yeah, I mean, you wouldn't use a big pan like this. You could do if you cut everything in half, just use a small saucepan. You'll be good to go. So don't rinse this out. You want to keep this on here. The ketchup that's in there, you just leave it on there, and I'll explain why in a second. Okay, so in the same container there with the you know, leftover ketchup in here, I'm gonna put a half cup of molasses. If you're cutting it in half, you're gonna put a 1/4 cup. Okay, so molasses is nothing to play around with. It's completely volatile. Just kidding. Okay, so 1/2 cup. I'm going to dump it in there. And if you're using really strong molasses, like Brer Rabbit molasses, you might want to back that off a little bit, you know, because some molasses has a lot more, just a lot stronger flavor to it. Now you put it in there, and then I'm going to get myself a spoon. There's my spoon. And then you're going to scrape it and whatever ketchup you can right into the saucepan. You're going to mix it in with the ketchup. And you're still not going to rinse this thing out yet. You know, to me, that does not look like a lot. That almost doesn't look like enough molasses for the amount of ketchup I got. But, you know, maybe when I turn the camera off here, I'll add a little more, and you'll never know. Okay, so the next thing is Worcestershire sauce. Why does it look out of focus to me? That would suck if everything is out of focus. Is it? My God, the whole video is out of focus. If it's out of focus, man, I mean, you know, what can I do about it? I'm just a regular Joe. I didn't even graduate high school. Leave me alone. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use 6 tablespoons. Oh, here it is. So I use a little, for this mission, I'm going to actually use, for the first time in my life, I'm going to use one of these things. My wife gave this to me. So I'll use 6, but again, you're going to use 3 unless you're making a big batch like I am. So I fill it right up. 1, probably don't have to show you this. 2, 3, I hear some kind of chime going off on my iPad. 4, 5, and it doesn't have to be exact, you know. 6, and you know, I'm a guy that in life generally I just do more than less. So if I'm going to do something, I always overdo it, but that's just me. So here we go, come with the lemons, and you know, I've been rethinking it, and these are some pretty big lemons. So you could probably get away with half a lemon on your small batch. Probably should use at least a whole one. I might use 1.5, but you know, basically I don't have a big secret on how to do this. I probably should Google it, but I just cut them, you know, and then the seeds will pop out, but you just, you know, you do what you can. Dig them out ahead of time, and if they get into your sauce, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world, just dig them out. And just squeeze the juice of a half a lemon. If you're doing a small batch, I'm going to do a whole lemon. This is a big lemon too. I mean, I think, you know what I'm saying? This looks big to me. A lot of juice. You know, so yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I said I was going to use like 17 lemons or whatever it was I said. I'm on medication, so I'm not really responsible for anything I say. Alright, get the seeds out. Oh, that lemon juice in there. I always speak with a southern accent when I'm cooking because it makes the food taste better. Don't ask me why. Science has not been able to figure that out yet. Wear glasses because I guarantee you it'll always squirt you in the eye. Ooh, I see 2 seeds in there. Look at that. There's 3 seeds. Get a little pulp in there too. That's fun. So, you know, I got to fish out the seeds now. Don't lose track. There's 1. Ooh, he got away. Come here, you little bastard. You little bastard. Come here, you little bastard. Oh, God, did you guys see that? I spit in the sauce. Jesus. Don't worry, though. It's all family eating this one. They'll never know. Just trying to do a funny accent. Now everybody's going to get Ebola. They don't realize that I have leprosy. Don't tell anybody. Orale, Holmes. They told me you were looking for some Tabasco, ese. Hey, what's wrong with your camera, fool? It's not focusing at all, ese, man. Maybe, oh, híjole, pendejo. I just realized I got it on manual. This thing should be on autofocus. Oops. Well, that'll teach me. Okay. I don't know why this is not focusing, but trust me, it says Tabasco. So, I'm going to do a complete tablespoon. I'm going to use my little wife's toy again. I didn't mean it that way. Sick bastards. So I'll do a tablespoon, and you're going to do a half of, yeah, a tablespoon, and you're going to do half a tablespoon if you're doing a smaller thing. Come on, get in there. Come on, you're almost there. All the way to the edge. You know, if you get a little bit too much, that's good. This will kill any spit that dripped into the mixture when you were trying to talk with an accent. Okay, I'm going to use, and you know, this is another one where I wing it. So I figure I'll use about a cup of brown sugar. And for your smaller batch, go ahead and use a half cup. And how it's like anything else in this recipe. How are you going to have too much? You know, you can never have too much brown sugar. I mean, I don't think so. So I'm going to use approximately a cup. I can't even see the markings on this thing. So let's see where I'm at with this. And you know, if I spill some in there. Okay, so I would say that that is a little less than a cup. So let me go ahead and try and get it as close to a cup as I can. No big deal if I go over, or if you go over. Well, if you go over, it's ridiculously terrible, but if I go over, it's perfectly understandable. So there's a cup, and we'll dump that in here. And I didn't pack it down or anything, you know. I didn't go crazy with the cheese whiz. You know, so I might add more. It just depends on it, you know, whether or not the consistency is right. Sometimes you got to just wing it. Almost every time you cook, you should be winging it anyways. So I'm going to use a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I like things hot, you know, so I tend to overdo it. Again, you might want to use half. Most people don't really like things as hot as I do. So I'm going to spill some over the side. That's a teaspoon, you know. I probably should do more. I really like it hot, but the family doesn't like it as hot as me, so I'll be a little bit more considerate. And the other things too, you know, on this I was using tablespoons. If you wanted to, if you're doing a smaller batch, cut it down to, you know, replace all of my tablespoons with teaspoons if you want. I mean, you kind of play with it. Once you get the general taste for this, you're going to mess with it and tweak it anyways, and you're going to see that it's really almost impossible to screw this up. Whew, it was not fun grinding. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of coarse black pepper. You're just going to put 1 if you're doing a half thing. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, my God, that's a lot of pepper. You're right. That's why it's called Tactical Barbecue Sauce. Oh yeah. Now, I don't want to get the rest of this pepper on here, but here comes the garlic. And if you see, in a way, I almost wish I would have done more garlic. This doesn't seem like enough, but it'll still be good. Trust me. I know it'll be good. I know it. Okay, so now I'm going to stir this stuff up. Met my old lovey at the grocery store. That song's been stuck in my head. You guys that are too young to understand or to know the words, it doesn't mean anything to you. But you older people, oh man, this is getting that familiar smell that I love. This is the best barbecue sauce. I'm promising you, this is the best barbecue sauce you'll ever have. Especially if you like things with a little bite to them. You know what I'm saying? Gee. I'm going to stir this up a little bit. I'll need to bore you with it. Hang on. I have tasted it, and it is fantastic. And you're just going to have to take my word for it. So we turn on the fire. And now we are going to simmer this for 15 minutes. Uncovered. So I'll come in and I'll stir it every now and again for 15 minutes. And you're ready to go then, but what I like to do is chill it in the refrigerator overnight. That just, to me, it makes it taste a lot better. I'm not going to edit that out. I'm not going to edit that out. So the other thing you want to do is, if you make a batch this big or whatever, make sure you have a nice container to keep it in and keep it refrigerated. And it should last you, you know, most of the summer. Believe me, you're not going to have a lot of this hanging around because it is fantastic. So in 15 minutes this will be done. I don't think I need to show you that, but let me know what you think. If you try it, by all means, please leave me a comment. And you know, if you loved it, leave a comment. If you didn't, pretend you never saw this video. All right, so it's 10:30 at night, and you've got it simmering. I think I already ended the video, but I'm going to end it again because I wanted to look you in the eye and remind you that if you love this, like I know you're going to, leave a really good comment. Let me know. Feed my ego. And if you didn't like it, just, you know, pretend like it never happened. Trust me, you are going to love this. You got no choice. Where do I look? You got no choice. You better love it. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great summer. Don't forget to get out, cook out a lot, barbecue a lot, grill a lot, whatever you call it. Do whatever it is that makes you happy. Eat good, eat healthy, eat often. LMS Tactical, I'm out.